Now, as I said, I'll give you a bit of an overview first. Salomon as a company have been sort of producing trail running shoes, sort of outdoor equipment for a number of years. And this Speedcross 3, and it's obviously number 3 in its third generation. What I will say is that this is a high-end trail shoe. It's not cheap. I think they're about £100. I paid about 100, 120. I can't remember exactly now how much I paid. It's an ultra lightweight shoe, so the materials used on it are obviously very lightweight, which does mean, in my opinion, the durability does suffer. Now, every now and again I'm going to be referring to some of my notes which I've made, so hopefully I'm going to try to cover most things. When it comes to durability, specifically I will say the lugs at the bottom, the grips. Now, these trail running shoes, I'd say, were probably suited to soft, muddy, sort of kind of trail environments, and not a hardcore rocks or off-street walking, running. If you're going to use them for an environment like that, you will really wear these down, and obviously they're very expensive. So I'd say, yeah, the lugs, yeah, you're going to have to be careful. The lacing system, the speed lacing system here is fantastic, but again I've got some reservations about the long-term durability of the speed lacing system. I find it works very well. It grips and it doesn't sort of let you down. I find I don't keep having to do up the laces. Once it's done, it's fantastic. You're ready to go. The other thing, I might do this slightly the other way around and cover some of the negatives. They're not very deep, so bear that in mind. If you need sort of more depth and you've got sort of I don't know what the right word is, but if you've got sort of deeper support requirements, you might want to look at elsewhere. That's not a very deep shoe. I find it absolutely fine for me. They're narrowish, so if you've got really wide feet, you may want to sort of try them on and test them before you actually sort of order them online. They do have an awful light sock liner, sort of cushioning, which I find works very, very well. Very soft, very cushioned. Sort of arch support here is very, very good. It's, you know, sort of very well cushioned. Moving on to tongue, I think it's very supportive. Nice bit of cushioning there. You got a little pocket there to tuck away the speed lacing system there. So once you sort of pull them up, you can tuck it in there. If you damage the speed lace system, you can actually buy a replacement. It's a bit fiddly to put in, but I think it's about 15-20 quid. You can get a replacement pair of laces. So you got a nice little logo there, Speedcross 3. Moving down towards the front of the shoe, you've got a nice sort of protective rubber section here, which comes up sort of up the toe area. It will give you reasonably good protection for sort of rocks, things like that. Again, they're not very hard wearing, so I mean it's good, but I'd say if you were to use these every weekend as hard trail shoes, I don't think they'd probably last more than a year. You do have to take care of them. So yeah, I mean, again, soft trail running, mud environments, these are absolutely fantastic for that kind of environment. Moving around to the side, the cushioning here. It's got a very, very good cushion sort of heel area here with sort of EVA rubber support. I find it absolutely fantastic for that kind of, if you need support, very good support in the sort of heel area around here. They're absolutely fantastic. I can't even tell when I'm wearing them because they're just light as anything. They're fantastic. They're a high-speed, fast trail running shoe which won't slow you down. You know, it's like running barefoot, obviously with a lot of support. Again, yeah, we've mentioned the grips, and I've mentioned stability wise, they're good but not the best. Obviously if you want to sort of if you need something with, you know, a real stability, sort of hardcore trail running, sort of uphill rocky kind of sort of mountain areas, they may sort of twist and bend a little bit because obviously being very ultra lightweight, they might not be suited to sort of real hardcore rugged environments. But again, you know, I don't think it's a massive issue. They're stable enough. So moving on to sort of kind of maintenance. Cleaning wise, they're very easy to clean. Just wipe them down. I try to use sort of Nick Wax cleaning products. So it's important that you kind of keep them clean, because obviously you got a lot of cloth around the shoe, and you know, a lot of sort of trail mud sort of environments. You have various sort of pH, kind of alkaline properties in mud, things like that, which can wear down fabric. So I would try to keep them clean if you want to sort of take the best care of them and make them sort of last you. Again, you know, a damp cloth, wipe them down, keep them clean. If they're really muddy, or again you get Nick Wax sort of kind of fabric shoe cleaner, wash them down in that a little bit. Now there's no need to add too much water. Dry them down and sort of use waterproofer on them. These again, if you need to replace them, doesn't take long. There's plenty of YouTube videos to do that. So I'd say as a conclusion, it's a very good shoe. It's an ultra lightweight shoe, very comfortable, suited for people that have got slightly narrower feet, not very deep. 10 millimeters, I think, from at the front. I can't know exactly how deep they are at the back, but if you look, my finger is just kind of just all the way down, sort of kind of just I can touch the grip there. So not very deep. You got reasonable sort of depth at the back, but at the front a bit narrow. Overall, as I said, very comfy, very ultra lightweight, fantastic in sort of mud trail environments where the ground is not that harsh. You need to keep them clean, so they'll last you sort of longer, because the fabric, I think if you were to leave these dirty and not clean them, I think the front here, some of that fabric might start wearing down, so you need to keep it clean. At the front, I've got no issues with that kind of wearing down or the glue coming off, because I have done a fair bit of running on them. Again, they look like new. That's because I really do take care of my shoes, and I haven't used them for walking on stone and cement and kind of general street walking, so they have sort of kept quite well, because I've only just used them in mud and trails. So overall, a massive thumbs up from me. Again, this particular version is not Gore-Tex, so they're good for sort of, they'll protect you in sort of light showers, but if it starts getting heavy and you go through muddles and puddles and sort of lots of water, they will get sort of quite wet and it'll be uncomfortable. So the Salomon do the GTX version, but I didn't want to get them because I've got some sealskin socks, so which are waterproof, and they do me fine, and I use waterproofer on them, and so that makes it sort of kind of semi kind of waterproof, and so really it's okay for me. I find them fine, but if you're gonna bear that in mind, if you're gonna get them, you may want to get the GTX versions. I think they're slightly sort of heavier and warmer. Obviously Gore-Tex is gonna make it slightly warmer as well. I wanted something sort of ultra lightweight, very sort of breathable to keep my feet cool, because I wanted them for speed. So for me, I like to sort of do local running through forests. Predominantly it's sort of all mud trails, so they're fantastic for that environment. Hope you found the review useful. Yeah, just bear in mind, if you're going to use them on environments where you've got a lot of sort of stone, scree, you're going to be running in that kind of environment, maybe not the best shoes for you to get, just purely because of the actual grips. I don't think they'll last long in that kind of environment. So again, hopefully you like the review. Thumbs up if you do, and hopefully you find it useful. That's my own personal honest review. I don't get these from any company sort of kind of review. I don't get paid for this, so I just wanted to give everyone a sort of an honest opinion really, and hopefully help you make up your mind when you buy your own. Thanks a lot.